those situations would happen where I'd make a song and it was so good that they were like, oh, well, this beat is too good. I don't want to give it to you.
Are you
and
serious?
So it's kind of like, yes. And it was like, this is crazy.
Who?
No, don't worry about it. But
who I need to talk to?
We'll go talk to him.
Who I
That
need to
was
talk to?
dumb on their behalf.
I forgave them though.
That's good. You got to let it off your heart. I haven't yet, though. I haven't yet.
It was a blessing, though.
We in the field, we in the field, right? We in the field, we in the field. Just put it in work. We raising the bar. You tuned in to the Trackstarz.
Yeah, back in the field with the Trackstarz, Ryan Righteous, Sean Tanner, DJ Jeremiah. What's good?
All right, this segment is sponsored by J Biz. Just released Push Through the Pain this past week, so make sure you go check it out. It's available on all digital outlets, all right?
We got Wande with us.
Yay!
What up?
Wande for president. All right, Exit.
Oh, yeah.
Exit is out now. How are you feeling?
Honestly, I'm feeling excited. It's been one of my goals since forever, like since I started rapping, to release a project. So it's crazy. This is my first body of work ever. So I'm super excited that the world can see it, and super excited, that it's been getting a great reception.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, you absolutely murdered this. Do you feel like a celebrity yet?
I'm just the same old Wande.
I hear your music every day on First Take. Like they love that song.
Yeah, like that's been a blessing in itself. I think that's been a really good confidence reminder to myself. Like I think sometimes as Christians we feel like, oh, let me make a song that's not explicitly Christian but Christian inspired, so that way I can get on those stations. But it's been a dope just reminder to me that I can still be explicitly Christian and still get these type of places.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna bring that up to you because that's what I loved about your album is it sounded like Christian hip hop. It didn't sound like let me make neutral music to try and get it to fit. It felt like this is coming from a Christian person. It's just hot. It's just dope.
Yeah. And one day I'm super impressed because from No Cap to Happy, it seems like you have just been really putting in some really hard work into your visuals. Like the videos are amazing.
Yeah.
Choreography, everything is. How do you feel about putting all that together? I mean, it's just so far beyond what we do, as far as the music goes.
Yeah, so I'm just super excited everything came together. I think this was definitely with this project, one thing that helped is I kind of didn't put a forced timeline on everything. So I was just like, let's do quality over quantity. So instead of saying we have to drop it in 2 weeks, it has to drop in 2 weeks. It's like, well, does it really need to drop in 2 weeks? Will it really kill us if we extend it 2 more weeks? And so we were just really good on actually pre-planning this time. So that way people had time to get the lives together. And so it was good because then we were able to strategize, find a good location, plan dance rehearsals and everything. So I'm just happy that everything came together. It was beautiful how everybody's individual leaderships of being good at their job and then me casting the vision, it was able to come together as one unit. So it was good.
What inspired the name of the album, the style, the visuals, the look? What inspired all that?
Yeah, so it came in pieces. So I've always had the vision of the Stand look and just something epic for over a year. I got inspired when I saw Sand once and I saved it and I texted it to my friends. I was like, oh, when I finally drop an album, this gonna have to be the vibes. And then Exit came from actually, I just learned a lesson God taught me after I created all of this. He was teaching me that in life we have seasons, and in order to get to the next phase of who he's calling you to be, you have to learn certain things and then exit that phase so that way you can enter the new phase. And so that's kind of pretty adamant about this project. It's kind of different phases of things I learned that I then exited from to become a better version of myself. And so that's what you're getting on the project.
One day, why did you say, you know what, I'm going to not put out a mixtape or I'm gonna just keep releasing singles and then boom, I'm gonna drop my album? What made you go in that direction?
Yeah, because I feel like I've been rapping for a long time. So the Reach thing is recent, but I've been rapping for a long time. So it's amen. Even though I'm decently young in terms of relative to everyone, I was I want to put out a project. I just felt for me personally, it was ridiculous. I was I'm not trying to give y'all no EP. It's okay, Wande, we know. Give me a project.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, you did a phenomenal job on this, and the songs, like I say this all the time about you. Your songs sound timeless. They sound
They do.
like the biggest compliment I could give to anybody is when it sounds like the song was supposed to happen. Some music just kind of sounds like, yeah, whatever. It could have happened. It didn't feel vital that this song needed to exist, but your songs sound important. They sound like this song needed to be in existence. So I just want to know, like, when you're writing, when you're thinking of melodies, when you're doing all that, what's creating this quality? Like, if you could give advice to somebody coming up, like, what makes the music so good?
Yeah, honestly, I would say 1, spending time with God, and then 2, shifting your perspective. I think my music enhanced, honestly, by just having a sit down and saying, oh, you know, if Lecrae called me and said, hey, Wande, can you write a song for me? Like, I'm trying to put it on my album. I'm not going to write him like a whack song. I'm going to write him like the best song ever.
Yeah.
If Beyonce called me, hey, Wande, can you write me a song for my album? I'm not going to write her a whack song. I'm going to write a fire song. And I was like, okay, if God chose me to be an artist and I say I believe in God and I'm representing him, like, and I would change my mindset to write them something fire. If they call me, why can't I do that for myself? So I think that change in mindset of just valuing myself and realizing, like, hey, if you want to do it, the only thing stopping you from doing it is just actually taking the action to do it, is just basically what helped me to now activate this side of Wande.
Yeah, it's crazy. One day, everybody knows that you went from being an intern to a full-time employee to now an artist with Reach Records. What do they think about you when they see all this talent that you have and everything that you're displaying? Like, do they come out, look at you, and just ask you, like, were you holding all this in, or did God birth this as you were coming along? Did you get ideas along the way? Like, where's the process taking you so far?
Yeah, I know it's been kind of crazy. Sometimes they're just like, yo, this is wild. Because I think even like when they heard the album too, they were like, yo, like, I know you were talented, but like, oh, I didn't know. Like, you can pull it. So
you might low key be the best.
Yeah.
I ain't trying to start no drama, but I mean, I'm serious. Like, your album was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was really good.
Thanks, I appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things where I learned like potential. Like, people are like, oh my gosh, you have so much great potential, but at the end of the day, nobody can see your potential unless you actually execute it. And so I began to realize, just like, people, you can say you have potential and you can get frustrated and be like, oh, why are these people not including me in this? Or, oh, why is that? And it's like, well, if you say that you're really good, like, if I have no resume or bullet point to refer to that, then like, I can't just hold you for your word. You have to actually show me. So it was just kind of like, by me physically showing people, now they like take me more seriously. And now it's like, oh, it's a physical representation of what you mentally have been saying that you're capable of doing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Talk about I hope I don't say this wrong, but talk about Blondie. What is that? Who is that? Who is that person?
Oh, yes. So we call her Blonde. So,
Blonde.
You know, it's just like,
okay.
Yeah, so we got Blonde, Wande, and Wakanda. And so, yes. So Blonde is just like an alter ego. So me as an artist, I have different sides. And it's like, I don't want to be an artist that just abandons my rap side just to go pop, or abandons my singing side to go just to stay with rapping, because I do equally love both. So Blonde is like, whenever it's like, all right, we need some ratchet songs, we need some actual hip hop songs, we hit up Blonde on the line, and you know, I put on my blonde wig, and it's like, all right, we're going.
I've seen that on Twitter, Instagram. Yeah,
that's dope.
I saw that on TikTok. I was like, wait, what is that Wande?
Blonde, get it straight.
Blonde.
No. She seriously wears a wig, like a blonde wig.
I wear a blonde wig.
When I saw that, I was like, is that Wande, really?
Yeah, no, it's Blonde. Get it right.
You know what I'm saying? I was questioning.
We know,
really
Ryan. It's a joke.
So who's Wakanda?
So yeah, so you know, I'm Nigerian as well. I was born in Nigeria.
Represent.
And so yeah, you know, there's a lot of you know, people trying to hit me up, man. Like,
you're hot right now. You're blowing up right now.
You're hot in these streets.
I try to
the next interview.
I put it on Do Not Disturb. I wonder if low-key airplane mode will still let Wi-Fi come through. That's another conversation.
It won't. But that needs to be a feature where you could say, cut off the calls, but keep my signal going. Somebody let me know if that's possible. It should be possible. But I don't think. I think airplane mode cuts it off completely.
Yeah, but Wakanda is essentially is just my African side, so you can get some Afrobeat songs, or you'll just get me speaking my native language. And so definitely try to just like start infusing that into my music as well.
So native language, like tell me more about that. Are you actually from Nigeria?
Yeah, so I was born in Nigeria. My whole family lives there.
That's dope.
It's just me. Yeah, it's just me and my immediate family, and then like I have like maybe 2 uncles who live in America, and then everybody else, like my grandma and everything's in Nigeria. So yeah, man.
Wow. I have some questions for you, but that's on another tip.
Go ahead.
Trackstarz has been doing really well in Nigeria, and we've been trying to figure out like what is that coming from? You know, like our podcast has been in the top.
They really love Jesus. No cap. Like
okay,
that's one thing that helped my parents like or my mom support what I was doing, because it's like, okay, you're talking about Jesus. So like the people who are in Nigeria who love Jesus, like they love Jesus. So we talking about Jesus, they like, oh, bet you gonna get the kids to love the Lord. Yeah, we're gonna help you. Like we support you.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Wow. Is there a big following from you there?
Yeah, so like they definitely support me heavy, and then now that I started adding Yoruba onto my music, they've been going crazy. They're like, yes, you know, you're representing us. And you talk about it, they're just like, yes.
I saw you give a pronunciation guide because people say that tribe wrong. So tell them how to say it.
Yeah, Yoruba, and so you have to almost say it like a song, like Yoruba, like you're rapping or something. But because some people say Yoruba, and Yoruba is just it's not
wrong.
it.
That's wrong.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh wow, yeah.
It's okay though. We still love you though.
Yeah, that's good.
You're representing very well. You're doing a great job.
Yeah. So are we going to see more visuals from the album? Like, are we going to see more? Like every song doing a video for or something?
Yeah, so I mean everything just kind of depends. Definitely at least one more. Like that's my plan. So it's whenever it's whenever quarantine calms down, then we'll be able to execute it, because I do want to do one more that just involves other people. Yeah. So yeah, but one thing that's actually kind of cool is because we have quarantine, now I'm able to see which song is the fan favorite. So I can actually do it like in a way of it's like, oh, okay, y'all just loving this song going crazy. Let me give y'all a video. So,
what's your favorite?
Honestly, I love them all in different ways. I like No Further in a million ways the most.
A million ways, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I really think the way you started the album, the first 3 tracks to me were perfect. Like even the one with the group song with Avila produced, like that to me that's a banger all day. But like just every song, like it who helps you? Is Ace involved? Like who's actually crafting the order and the feel of that?
Honestly, this was a really Wande project. So as I talked about in one of the songs, you know, I had some beef with some individuals. And so, like,
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
No, but not with like Ace or anything. Not with like Reach people. But like when I was creating the album, there was like I would have situations where I one time went with somebody and created a whole album, and then this person would not give me my beats, and I'm like, "What are you talking about?" Kind of like how I told you, people were shocked that it was so good. So like those situations would happen where I'd make a song and it was so good that they were like, oh, well, this beat is too good. I don't want to give it to you.
Are you
and
serious?
So it's kind of like, yes. And it was like, this is crazy.
Who?
No, don't worry about it. But
who I need to talk to?
We'll go talk to him.
Who I need to talk to?
Dumb on their behalf.
I forgave them though.
That's good. You got to let it off your heart. I haven't yet though. I haven't yet.
It was a blessing though. It was a blessing because I had to start the album over. And
Are you serious?
You know, yeah, I started the album over. I kind of went through a spiteful phase where I was like, I'm not working with anybody. I'm just going to sit in this room by myself.
Yeah.
Realized that's not that healthy. So I did that for like 2 weeks. And then God sent some people my way, like Taylor Hill and stuff, who like, that was crazy too. Because with Taylor Hill, he made Happy, Be Yourself, and like, Nice Things. So we literally made those songs in like 3 hours. Like, we worked together really well. So yeah, it was crazy. Like that's what started the album. So God showed him in a dream that he was supposed to work with me, and like that's literally how we started working together. And so,
did he contact you?
Yeah, so he hit up Ace and he was like, yo, because like he usually only works with Andy and Lecrae. So he hit up Ace and he was like, oh, I feel like I should work with Wande. And then he was like, you know, Wande ain't got no Lecrae budget, but you know, if you want to work with her, sure. But so, you know, shout out to him though for still working with me despite, you know, the budget differences. But it was great. Like you could really tell that the Lord was there, because like it was like you can't just casually make these type of songs that fast. Like it was wild. Like he would play the beat and I was like, no, wait, we gotta record right now. I have an idea. And like literally all the hooks for those, like they came naturally. Like they just kind of came out of my mouth. It was crazy. It was
that's
like,
dope. That's a good combo right there. So I mean, I hate that happened to you, but we got what we needed because the album came out great. So whoever, you could tell me after this, but whoever said that to you, like that's just crazy. That's crazy.
Did that to her?
Yeah, whoever did that, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. That's ridiculous. So what is the next step for you? Like, are you still doing A&R for Reach, or are you like just I'm an artist now, or is it like I'm
so I definitely went full-time artist now, which is, it was kind of scary like 2 weeks ago, because I was like, dang, I literally just went full-time artist. Like it's like maybe month 3 of this, and I was like, oh, and now Corona hits and like my whole life.
Wow.
but you know, the Lord provides. So it was definitely a testing of my faith, because I was like, yo, it was 2 weeks of like, yo, I don't know if I'm gonna have any money. And so, but the Lord like laid on my mind to like start doing consulting, and like that ended up really working out really well. And so
dope. So you're helping other artists?
Yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and it really aligns with what I want to do looking forward, kind of with that question of what's next. So I want to just do music and build my career, but then as I continue to do that, like, and I actually have credibility of what I'm talking about, then also help other artists, you know, build their careers too.
That's wise. That's very wise.
Yeah, Wande, you're really special in that lane, because you're not just an artist. Like when we talk to you or we see what you're doing, we see strategy, right? We see entrepreneurship. We see so many different levels beyond artistry that you're giving out. And it's amazing, because we try to encourage people to do that. We try to encourage people to be more than just artists, and hope that they'll, you know, find their way. And you got really creative during this time. And came out with something, you know, came out with a great idea. And what I think is funny is that you guys did Live Forever so long ago, but it looks like a quarantine type video. Like y'all shot it from your phones from a different place. But that was an amazing video, an amazing visual. So I think you guys could still, you know, you could put out a really dope visual for your project even now. Just you have that creative drive and that ability to do it that most artists don't have. So I think that's really special.
Yeah, definitely. So it's definitely the time to just think outside the box and keep it moving.
Yeah, good.
Very good, very good. So what's next after this? You can wait on the quarantine to put out videos, but are you already thinking about new music? Are you thinking about your next moves?
Definitely, like in the future, I want to, like, you know how we talked about Wande earlier, I want to make just like a strictly hip-hop, like just hit after hit type of situation for maybe the summer. I don't know if it's too soon, but if it's not too soon, maybe like late summer, and like just kind of drop a Wande mixtape. But just still like writing this album. So
that's dope. That's dope.
That's what I'm focused on.
Yeah,
that's exciting. Yeah. And I think I've told you already, but what I love about you is that you have the melody side of it down pat, but I can hear the talent in the bars too.
Oh yeah.
And I appreciate that so much to somebody who can balance that, because you know we're old, you know. Besides Ryan, like me and Jeremiah actually appreciate when somebody can spit, like for real.
Yeah.
And
from Atlanta.
Yeah. So
Andre 3000.
Yeah. So yeah. So anyway, me and Jeremiah really appreciate when somebody could like really bar it up, and I could sense that in your lyrics, but you're not compromising what's happening right now in music, but there's hints of it all throughout where I'm like, I feel confident that you know what you're doing as an old dude. Like, okay, she can rap.
That's an old dude.
Well, thanks. I appreciate it.
I had to come to grips. I'm old. Like I don't feel old.
Nah, like you know what's crazy is that I was sitting down having a conversation with Wande and some other folks, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been watching Trackstarz since I was like 14." I was like.
You were like,
that's. Remind me, how long had you been watching Trackstarz before you blew up?
Who, me? I mean, I've been watching it since y'all started type stuff. Like I've been watching it since the beginning.
Like that makes me feel like it's an honor. We appreciate it, but God.
No, I was just like, it was just great. It was a dream to be on this show. Like y'all are representing these as well. It's a high quality show. Y'all have high quality conversations. Like,
man, no, we appreciate it, honestly.
you.
But it, like, I was talking to my wife this morning about that, and I was just like, man, it just really reminds me that what we say, like, there's young people that are listening to what we're saying and soaking it in, and to see where you have come from whenever you started listening. To the fact that we're even a part of your story is an honor. You know, the fact that we could even be a part of that
amazing.
journey.
Very happy to see you get to where you've come.
We're really proud of
Yes.
you.
Thanks, appreciate it.
Yeah.
So what's the next single?
The next single, I mean, you talking about like from the album or from?
Yeah,
Just in
like
Life?
what are you pushing next? Because obviously "Happy" was a banger. Like that was the first
Yeah,
one
it
we
is.
kind of.
Yeah, I think Wakanda is like probably what we're gonna be pushing the most. But people like Been Up, so it's probably between Wakanda and
Yeah,
Been Up.
I love it. I love that one.
I love it. I love it. I think that should be the next visual, honestly. Like
That would be fun.
for the summer, at least for the summer.
Been Up is
Yeah.
special, and honestly, you caught one of No Big Deal's best verses, in my opinion. Like he went
It
off.
was
on that
great.
joint.
It was great.
Yeah,
it was
you got
dope.
fans, but they oscillate. Like well, my wife stopped
Yeah,
the track and she was like, "What did he just put oscillate in a rap?" And it makes sense.
Yeah.
He
It
murdered
was
that.
great, you know.
So-
yeah, Dill's a rapper too. Like Dill,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
yeah,
is.
yeah.
Yeah.
intellectual
Yeah.
bars.
Everybody on this project to me is standout. So you got good stuff.
So one day that does bring up a question. On this project, how did you decide who you wanted to work with while you were like doing songs? You were like looking at track after track and saying, I want this person on my album, or did it just have to come together like that? Do you sit down and predetermine that, or do you just kind of like put feelers out there?
Yeah, so for me, it's just based on the song. So sometimes when I hear a song, I'm like, oh, this person's voice sounds like it should be on it. So that's kind of like how it happened from that. And then this friendships, I was like, yo, okay, this sounds like Dill should be on this. And Dill has already been like, yeah, Wande, let me know when you're on track. So I'm like, all right, Dill, you know, this is the one.
Yeah.
This is the one.
You know what I want to ask too? How do you feel about features? Like, what is your take toward like doing features on other projects and just like people hitting you up about them?
Yeah, I'm a fan. For me, it's just about the song. If the song is fire, like, I want to be on it. Like, it's a fun situation. So, yeah, I'm a fan of features.
What's the best way to, because you were A&R, right? So what's the best way for somebody to be like, yo, I love Wande, I want to work with Wande? Is it DMs? Should they be trying to reach out to Ace? Like, how can an artist get to you?
I mean, if you email me, I'm probably gonna see it. Like we be handling business, so we be reading our emails. So yeah, if you email me, then I'll take it seriously. Like, okay, you really want to work, and then I'll actually look into it. If you DM me, I might skim over it, but if you email me, then I'll at least check out the music and be like, okay, this makes sense. I mean, I was blocked off for a while because I was putting this album out, but you know, the opportunities may open again. So if you email me, though, I'll take you seriously. So, yeah.
That's important.
Wande, what do you want this album to do for the women that's in this Christian hip hop space?
I think just to inspire them that, like, hey man, you know, just make quality art, you know, and we can be out here. I think one thing is just like for people to take us more seriously, because I feel like before this album, I think this album definitely gave me a lot more respect with other artists, because I feel like a lot of them, I don't know what kind of album they were expecting, but I feel like there's a level of good that they expect from women versus just being good as an artist in general.
Yeah.
So I just hope that it just like creates a level of respect, like, oh, okay, you know, women are just normal artists like everybody else. So.
I'll admit, I mean, you kind of shocked me with this rollout. First of all, the first the teaser with you walking across the sand, like I didn't expect that route from you. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa, okay, it feels big, it feels epic what you're trying to pull off here.
Yeah.
And to see the video, and I know Ryan commented on it earlier today, was like to choreo, like you don't expect that level of detail added to these songs. So I was like, oh wow, I didn't anticipate that coming from you. And then to hear each song laid out so well, like I think you're definitely moving up my list. And I think you're definitely gonna be on a lot of people's radars, and just the fact that they tied you to the NFL draft, like the day after the NFL draft, they played the highlights of the NFL draft with your song, and I'm like, I know this song. What? Oh snap! And then Molly, right when it was over, she was like, I love that song, and they play it every day. So I think riding that wave, I want people like that. If you're listening at all. If you're listening,
Very cool.
pay attention to Wande. Like she's legit. There are other songs on this album that should be on your show every single day. And I would take it to say you and this is unfortunate that Wale is also from where you're from, but you need a new theme song, holler at Wande. That's the vibe I got, was like she would kill that spot. She would kill that spot. So just putting it out there. That's just things I felt.
Yeah. It's amazing. It's amazing. One day, when you do the choreography of the songs and the videos, how much more work does that take for the project to be complete? Like, how long did you all do the No Cap video?
Yeah, so it evolved into form. So No Cap was like the beginner baby phases of this. So that was just like, hey, I want to do dancing, so let's figure out how to make it happen. So that one was a matter of, we actually did it virtually. So there's a girl named Tiffany in Arizona, and she sent me a video. I low-key learned half of it on the plane because I didn't have time because I was still working. So I learned half of it on the plane. Then when I got there in real life, I had 2 days. So the first day she met up with me, we went to the gym and we just practiced. And then the second day we filmed. And then it evolved because I was talking to God like, yo, God, can you please send somebody my way? So he sent me one of my good friends now, who is Bree. And so she choreographs everything. So any other dancing you saw in my life in general is Bree. And so Bree, she just killing it. She know what to do. So I basically just delegate that to her. So she choreographs it. I trust her, and then we learned it, and so we just do it.
What's some of the messages you've been getting from fans, feedback-wise? Anything stand out from you that touched your heart?
I think I just love that people are saying it's affecting their lives, in terms of the music, it's really touching them and confirming lessons that God was telling them to learn, that they're all right, but God is reinforcing this in me to do certain things to seek him more. I think I love how most of the feedback I've gotten is basically been positive. People liked it. It's exceeded their expectations. And then even with the dancing, it's been dope seeing that people are wow, this inspired me, because, people don't really use the dance community out here. And it's we love Jesus too. So I think that's been dope too.
What do you love about your generation of CHH? Your generation of CHH seems like you guys just really love each other and keep each other accountable about what's going on amongst each other. So talk about that a little bit, about that, what's going on now with your generation dealing with Christian hip hop.
Yeah, I think I love my generation because for the most part, everybody's has a good heart. So I think it's cool because it's hey, you want to work? All right, let's work. Let's do something. And so most people are just down to just figure something out and make it happen. I think we have more artists who are willing to take risks and just make songs that are fun or make songs that are super serious. So now we have a variety, how music should be. I can listen to, the goofy songs, or if I want to listen to a serious song, I got that person, or I got my R&B. So I think that's really cool about our generation too. People are okay having different styles, but still representing God.
Yeah, and another question, and for the ladies that's going to be watching this, they want to know probably how is your nails still intact during this quarantine?
Oh, I'm hanging on. These are low key the nails for my music video, so they somehow still here. It's still here, but I think they got about 1 or 2 more weeks left before it's the point of no return. So
wow, okay.
Is there anything that you've learned? Because we had you in, when was that? Last year sometime. Is there anything you've been learning recently that you would want to share? Time you spent with God, anything he's been telling you over this past year?
Yeah, I think for the most part, he's been telling me, one, just be yourself. That's going to take you so much further. If you stay in the lane he's called for you, that's where you can activate those blessings and that favors. Because if you're trying to be someone else, then it's hey man, I didn't design it to work that way. So now you're trying to just you fighting against something that's not even meant for you. So I think the main thing God's been teaching me is literally just trust me, stick to the plan. You're gonna be okay. I got you. So
stick to the plan. That's dope.
Wow.
So tell them how to find you. Tell them where to get this project. I saw you were number 5 on iTunes Hip Hop. You were number 20 on overall. It's killing it.
Yeah, it's dope.
Shout out to the Lord, man. If you want to find me though, all my social media platforms are OMG It's Wande. That's OMGITS WANDE. You know, the music is on all streaming platforms. If you want a CD or a vinyl, you know, we got you, old school homies. So that's also available on my site.
Old school homies.
So yeah, you can go to my website and it's there. You know, also some people just like the physical. It's nice.
That's
you know?
true. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
real.
that's real. That's real.
So we got that too. We got you covered, and you know, we also got some merch on Reach's website. So we got everything. So just check it out. It's lit.
Keep up the good work, Wande.
Yeah. Congratulations on everything.
And support her. Like she just said, they got merch. Go buy that merch right now because a lot of artists will be blessed by buying that
download.
merch.
Like if you're a digital person, go buy it from iTunes. Like actually, let's run the numbers up all the way up.
Yes, that'll be great.
Buy it. Anyway, thank you, Wande. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much.
With the track
Great job on the album. Gonna continue to listen to it and bump it.
Ryan
Awesome.
Righteous, Shantana, DJ Jeremiah. Let's go.
Hey guys, Miracle here. Thank you so much for watching that episode. Make sure you go below, like it, subscribe, click the bell, and make sure you follow us on all forms of our social media. Also, check out our website and be sure you spread the word. We'll see you next time.
We know not what we doing. Screw that, they know, let them have it, do it. Okay, I'm erratic, prove it. Never mind, got a mind that'll wind up with me in the lineup behind bars with these bars. Okay, my time's up. Team Freedom.
Yeah.
We not through yet.
All right.
Trackstarz Music presents.
Turn my volume up. Turn me off.